Yeah, so let's start quickly here with the first row. So, please.
Giovanni, commiserations. How do you try and sum up the night and the emotional journey it was going through that today?
Well, of course, a big disappointment. I mean, if you play a final in Europe and you lose, it will hurt. Because you play a final, you will do everything you can to win it. And then in the end, with penalties, it's a lottery. And tonight we weren't on the good side. But, I can't complain with everything my players gave today and also the games before this tonight. But in the end, I think it was a really tight game. It went all the way to penalties, and we lost. It's big disappointment because you are so close in winning a trophy. But that's also football. If you play a lot of big games, big finals, you will have memories that will last forever when you win them. But when you lose, it will hurt a lot. I lost the World Cup final, the biggest game there is, and also a huge disappointment. But you have to move on. Still, we have a big game on Saturday, and next season we have to start all over again. So, but of course, the disappointment and is there tonight.
Next. Thank you.
It's obviously hard to take positives when it's so close to the end of the game, but the efforts of your players, you must be really proud. It was a grueling match.
Yeah, it was. You see the game. You have a lot of subs are getting used. It was tough, also physically. But as you said, the players gave everything and they gave all the efforts on the pitch. And then we had to sub some players because they were struggling physically, on both sides. But I cannot complain. They gave everything they can. They gave 100%, and that's all you can ask as a coach.
Here in the first row, also this side.
Giovanni, was part of your thinking putting on Kamaru and Aaron Ramsey when you did was because you sensed the match was going to penalties, and you thought their ability and their experience would be good in a spot, in a spot kick shootout. Was that part of your thinking?
Yeah, it was. I think we prepared well. Also the penalties. Borna had to go out, and he's one of the first penalty kickers. Also in the game, but he went out, and we trained the penalty kicks. We gave because some players they don't need. They are comfortable in taking penalties. So we had a good view of players who wanted to take a penalty, and players who didn't want to take a penalty. So in the end, we had our list ready, and we had to adjust it also because of the subs.
I saw two questions here, second row and third row. We start one after another.
Giovanni, I think I know how the players are feeling. What's it like the mood like in the dressing room, and in particular Aaron Ramsey?
Well, it's very down. I mean, you could see that already after the game. It's never nice to lose, and so everyone is hurt, disappointed, and you can sense that in the locker room. I think it's also normal. So short after the game, Aaron of course was disappointed, but he took responsibility to take the penalty, and you can make it or you can miss it, and unfortunately for us, he didn't make it. But you want to have players taking penalties who are ready and are comfortable also.
Your colleague just in front here.
Giovanni, how much will you reflect on that chance for Ryan Kent after 118 minutes? It's a great save from the keeper, but it almost feels like that was the cup, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, of course. If you have a big chance in the end, I think it was a great save. But especially in those minutes towards the end of the game, any goal is decisive, and it was a big chance for us. But I think Ryan did everything he can to score the goal. But it was a big chance. But in the end, when you get chances, you also have to take them, especially in those minutes. But again, Ryan, did everything to try to score.
Right side here.
Hi, Giovanni. I'm just wondering what you made of the overall performance. I mean, you had chances. As Stephen said, you could have won the game in the end. Just kind of generally in the overall performance, what did you make of it?
Yeah, as I said before, we gave everything. It was a very close game throughout the whole game. Actually, I think we were, we started really well, but also in these matches you have to be comfortable and also very comfortable on the ball. We with our possession play, at times you also see, of course, that the pressure is there. So sometimes we opted for the easy ball instead of the ball to break lines. But it's the way it was today. The effort was there, the chances were there, but in the end we just fell short.
We'll take a last question. Anybody here? Please, the gentleman in the second row.
Giovanni, as you mentioned, you've obviously got a very big game coming up on Saturday. The players will obviously be very physically and emotionally drained. How difficult will it be to lift them for that match?
Well, it's going to be, of course, it's going to not easy to get them ready, because of course it's emotional. We are hurt and disappointed, but we have to. We did it a couple of times to play after just a short recovery. Again, 2 days. We had the biggest game of the year tonight, but Saturday we have to play already. We're flying back tomorrow. We have only 1 day prepare. It will not be easy, but we will do it. We will be ready for Saturday and end the season with a trophy.
A big thanks again, and we'll be back with Eintracht in a few minutes. Thank you.